dabbled in more than a few community college art courses over the years, I've developed a keen eye for critiquing fine art. Observe, vapid, passé, brilliant. Today we will discuss some of the most poignant works of fan art we here at the Annoying Orange have received. The first work I'd like to discuss is their masterful oil on canvas entitled Orange Cuts. Here the artist has expertly captured orange at his most vulnerable. It's provocative, it's inspiring, and I give it 4.5 grapefruits. My only critique is that the composition suffers from not enough grapefruit. Were there a picture of me down in the corner doing something awesome like lifting weights or jumping a motorcycle, the piece could have been elevated to unthinkable heights. Next we have Orange Head. There is but one word for work of this caliber, and that word is wow. I mean, talk about photorealism. Even with my trained eye, I was barely able to distinguish this painstakingly detailed watercolor from, say, a digital photograph. Orange's head on a human body? A haunting image that begs the question, what is human existence truly? I give this work 4.5 grapefruits. I would have expected the artist to put my head on this man's body, because I'm the one who's always surrounded by hot women, but I applaud the artist's imagination here. Many works of art provide questions, but Tree of Annoyance is among those precious few that truly provides answers. A piece for all of us who have wondered, what would a bunch of annoying oranges in a tree look like? What are some of the expressions orange often makes? What would orange look like with a mustache? Here we have answers to those formidable questions, and for that, I give this work 4.5 grapefruits. One small critique from a compositional standpoint, I feel the vacant area down center could have been filled with a picture of me doing something really cool like riding a jet ski over a waterfall. Perhaps next time. With an outstretched hand that begs mankind to reconsider its very trajectory, Orange Bieber has made a believer out of me, expertly skewering both popular and art cultures with tactful ferocity. The vibrant tones juxtaposed against the flat background were so inspired, I was brought to tears. It should be noted that Justin Bieber's most recent album also brought me to tears. Furthermore, I should mention that this morning I saw a dog poop on the sidewalk and it brought me to tears. I have a doctor's appointment next week to get my tear ducts checked out. 4.5 grapefruits for this formidable work of art, though I do wish that his sleeve showed a little bit more of his bicep. I've been told that Bieber has a tattoo of me on his left shoulder. True story. What is beauty? A simple question to beg, yet an extraordinarily difficult question to answer. And yet this remarkable work bravely tackles the question head-on without apology. Indeed, the woman's eyes follow you much like the Mona Lisa's. Observe. Additionally, if you listen carefully enough, the painting's poignantly exaggerated lips can be heard whispering the very meaning of life. Listen. And there you have it, a work of art unlike anything we've ever seen before, and unlike anything we'll ever see again. I give it 4.5 grapefruits. My only criticism is that a woman that beautiful should probably be hanging out with me, Grapefruit. And so the painting does suffer just a smidge from this distinct lack of grapefruit. Life is fleeting indeed, and few works capture the quiet desperation of our inevitable mortality as Mortalities. Like Orange, whose mouth stands agape in stunned silence, I have no words. The model used in this painting, a French gerbil named Pierre, had to sit still for over 16 hours while this work was created. Truly a monumental feat. I mean, it's hard enough keeping a gerbil still for 16 seconds. Pierre's willpower has paid off, however, as his profound, murderous cuteness is now forever immortalized in this timeless work. Mortalities earns 4.5 grapefruits. If I were to offer one suggestion to the artist, it would be to maybe use some of the other characters from the show next time. I feel like Orange gets to be in like all the fan art. Meanwhile, there are other characters on the Annoying Orange show who might, be sitting at home, watching King of Queens reruns most nights, and would be super pumped to model for a painting, even if it means getting eaten by a gerbil for 16 hours. Haunting, disturbing, annoying. These descriptors, among others, come to mind whenever I lose myself in the masterful oil on canvas sleep creep. Just as classical elements creep into the piece, so too does the searing image of Orange's pronounced uvula creep into my mind at night when I'm at my most vulnerable. Perhaps in a way, Orange haunts all of our dreams. And perhaps in a much more literal way, this painting caused me to poop my pants in terror the first time I laid eyes upon it. Sleep creep strikes its intended chord with triumphant resonance, so I have assigned it 4.5 grapefruits. My only critique of this painting is that it does not include more grapefruit. The aptly named Hey says many things, not least of all that it is the copyrighted property of one Riley Jr. What truly grabs me here is the terse monosyllabic message, Hey. Simply astounding work. The lone strike against this piece is that it was not more blatantly a picture of me. Obviously, the yellowish background is an homage to my yellowish skin, but I do feel the piece could have ascended to an entirely different plane had it not tiptoed around the fact that I, Grapefruit, am actually the focal point of this piece. This mesmerizing piece entitled Orange Boss blurs the line between virtual and reality. Questions flood my mind as I gaze upon this formidable work. Is life merely a game? The battles we face, are they true barriers or are they mere annoyances? And perhaps most importantly, do fans of the Annoying Orange realize there are other characters on the show? Really cool characters with fragile egos who might like to be represented in fan art from time to time. I give it 4.5 grapefruits because I'm trying to come off as unaffected here, but if we're being honest, the fact that I was omitted from this super cool piece of art cuts to the core of me more than a knife ever could. Another piece of fan art featuring Orange. How unexpected. This piece entitled Armed Orange is, I don't know, a look at how awesome Orange would be if he had arms, in addition to being the most loved character on the show. I mean, we get it. Orange is cool. Fans love Orange. Orange, orange, orange. Why don't we all just give Orange a big round of applause? Oh wait, he can do that himself, because apparently he has arms now. Sorry about that. Personal feelings aside, this piece is very well done and earns 4.5 grapefruits. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention how spectacular Orange's pecs look in this drawing. Finally, we have this questionably named piece entitled The Gang's All Here. Here we see Orange with all his friends, supporting exaggerated smiles presumably because the entire gang is there. Certainly no fifth friend of theirs could possibly have been included in this composition, say, in the vacant area in the middle of the canvas. Nay, the gang's all here, and there is literally nothing and no one missing from it. And for that, I give it 4.5 vacant areas in the middle of the canvas because Grapefruit apparently doesn't exist in the fan art universe. What the? Whoa! Oh, okay, that was weird. I'm good now, I'm calm. Suddenly I'm more concerned that there might be a portal in here, or maybe the laws of physics have changed, or... Okay, anyway, if you'd like to see your artwork on a future episode of Grapefruit Art Critic, send your submissions to realgrapefruit@gmail.com. Till next time, I'm Grapefruit and... Ow! Hey, where'd that come from? How is this happening?